All right, peace, black family, grand rising, and all those good tangs early in the AM. But I just want to touch on a few articles that have been coming out lately about the surge in gun violence in Haiti. Right, the surge of imported illegal guns to Haiti. And if you know anything about racism, white supremacy, they play both sides of the coin, right? You flip the coin in the air. When the coin was in your hand, they're screaming heads. By the time the coin hits the floor, they're screaming tails. All right, that's one element of racism, white supremacy that we constantly miss out on. The fact that they will play both sides of the coin. They will be the villain and the good guy. This is a part of white supremacy. They have to be the villain, and then they have to be the good guy, right? So they're the villain by way of dropping these guns in Haiti. We don't know how they get in there. Oh my gosh, all these guns. Why are we manufacturing so many guns? What's going on in Haiti? Oh my gosh, the president was assassinated. And then you're gonna have orchestrated black people or misguided black people or coons in the Haitian community saying, oh my gosh, United States government, please, we need you, come to Haiti, stop the violence. They haven't been able to stop the violence since 1804 in Haiti. Like, we just gonna keep it real. Like, there's only been 9 presidents who've ever lived out their term in Haiti. So the United States haven't been able to stop the violence in Haiti since then. Like, we just gonna keep it above. Matter of fact, they have been a huge contributing factor to the violence in Haiti. But that's another video for another time. Nevertheless, you're gonna get some Haitians that's gonna be like, please, come help us, please stop the violence. And they're gonna say, you sure? The United States is gonna say, you sure? We don't want to be colonizers now. We don't want your people to look at us like we're there to steal now. Are you sure you want us to come? Yes, please, please help us. We don't know what to do. And the United States is gonna say, wait a minute. You sure? One more time. We're gonna ask you one more time. And Haitians is gonna say, yes, please come stop the violence. This is them playing two sides of the coin, both sides of the coin. This is what they do. They create the problem in black communities, in black nations, and then come in as if they are the heroes. And then when they come there, they create more problems than when they left. How many times have the United States have occupied Haiti? And it ain't getting no better since the first time they occupied Haiti. It only got worse and worse and worse. And the only good time, and a lot of Haitians don't like to admit this, the only good time where Haiti was prosperous, right? Violence was minimum amongst the people. We can't really say the government, because that's how you actually got to keep things together, by being violent if you're a government. But the only time that Haiti was prosperous was during the Papa Doc era. I ain't talking about Baby Doc. I said Papa Doc, right? But this is the crazy part about it. This is the crazy part about it, right? The United States is setting up all the things they need to invade Haiti once again. You can't sneak one gun into South Africa. We can't sneak no guns where we need to sneak guns at. When we try to fight against the government or any other place or any particular time, black people, you can't even get Listerine on a plane. They gonna tell you need to check that in. That's too much liquid. And you telling me guns just getting dropped and snuck into Haiti? Who you think you fooling? Who you think you fooling? I can't even get toothpaste in my pocket. They're gonna tell me I gotta throw that away. Razor blades, nails. Like, who you think you fooling? Oh yeah, we should understand the game by now. They're gonna turn Haiti into once again a terror zone until you have Haitians begging, for the UN to come intervene, for the United States to come intervene, for Canada to intervene, France to come intervene. They gonna turn it into a terror zone. Here's the solution, because I like to start giving solutions now. Here's the solutions. Haitians, African American Haitians, or Haitians who live in the diaspora, Haitians who live in Canada, need to start going back into Haiti. Not sending money through Yes, and some of us will lose our lives doing this. And let me just put it out there plain. Because a lot of us wanted to go in there and be a cakewalk. Some of us will lose our lives doing this. But how much do you care about Haiti? How much do you care about the future of Haiti? How much do you care about Haitian people? Some of us will lose our lives doing this. Some of us will be robbed. Some of us, hey, that's just what it is. You have some of our people who are so poisoned that it may have to be a civil war. Being real. But nonetheless, it is going to take Haitians, African American Haitians, Haitians going back in there, pouring real resources back into the community. Real resources back into the community. The problem that we have in Haiti is that, yeah, there are a lot of Haitian Americans doing things in Haiti, but they're all doing them sporadically. They're taking trips. Oh, we're going to go do something in Haiti. Oh, nobody is coming through on a global network. I'm talking about nobody going into Haiti 100,000 strong. Nobody going into Haiti 50,000 strong. Nobody even going into Haiti 10,000 strong. The most you get is 12 people going in to go work at an orphanage. And I'm not discouraging that. I'm saying that's needed. That's needed as well. But I'm saying if you want to fix a catastrophic problem, you got to go in deep. You got to go in 5,000 strong. You got to go in 10,000 strong. You got to have planes landing in Haiti our people, not the UN. You got to have planes landing in Haiti every 5 minutes full of black folk. And then when they get on the ground, everybody getting the gun because we know what we here for. We not here to mess with nobody, but we here to keep the peace. We are the UN. We the black UN. That's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. Begging the white man to come in and solve your problems only going to create more problems. Dr. Amos Wilson has taught us this so many times. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He has 1 million videos on YouTube. He has about 9 or 12 books. Look him up. If you want to understand a problem, do not look at who is suffering from the problem, but look at who is benefiting from the problem. So when you look at any black nation or black community that's having issues, you have to look at who is benefiting from us having issues. So who is creating these issues? You cannot tell me you do not believe in racism, white supremacy. If a black person tell you, I don't believe in racism, I don't believe in racism, white supremacy, I don't believe in global racism, then that means that you think black people are incompetent. That means that you don't think that we can run our own nations. That means that you telling me there ain't no black Wakanda in the world. No black thriving nation in the world. Not one. Not in Jamaica, not in Bahamas, not in Haiti, not in Ghana, not in Nigeria, not in South Africa. There isn't one black country or nation of people that we could look up and say they are freaking thriving on their own. They are thriving. They are doing their thing. And if you say, I don't believe in racism, then that means that you think that black people are incompetent. That means that you don't think that we can run our own nations. The problem with why our nations look the way they look is because they're constantly being sabotaged. By who? The white folk. That's just a fact. And if you don't believe that, then that means that you believe black people stupid. That means that you believe that black people are stupid and we can't do nothing on our own. That's what you believe when you say that. I don't believe in racism. I don't believe in white supremacy. I don't believe that. I just believe that it's a we problem because a lot of us have internalized racism and white supremacy. But you cannot deny these white folk is playing a game. They is playing a game, and they've been playing the game since the 1400s. They fuel one side with guns, weapons, drugs, and then they go and fuel the other side with guns, weapons, drugs, and then have us fighting against each other. That is a fact. But all I'm saying is, see the trick beforehand. And the only thing I can ask for my Haitians and my Creole Mwen Lou, so don't laugh at my Creole. The only thing I can ask for my Haitians is fight with a purpose. If you're gonna fight with a purpose. Don't be out there killing other Haitians for no reason, raping women, raping children. Like, fight with a purpose. Fight with a purpose. And then know who your enemy is. I'm not going to tell you not to fight. Humans fight. You look at Asia. Asia has their civil wars. White folk have their things in Russia and Ukraine. I'm not going to tell you not to fight. Fight with a purpose. Know why you fighting. Fighting to have autonomy. Fight for liberty. And also understanding when you fight each other, there's rules of engagement. Maybe somebody could translate this into Creole. Man, but there's rules of engagement when you're dealing with your people. When you're dealing with your people. And that don't involve raping women, raping children, and slitting throats and eating hearts. That ain't what we're doing. I get it, you want to send a message, but that ain't what we're doing. Fight with a purpose. Know who your enemy is. And yeah, man, for all my Haitian English speaking folk, let your family know we can't be out here begging white people to come to Haiti and save Haiti, man. If Haiti gonna be saved, it's gonna be saved by black people. It's gonna be saved by black people. Not by white people. They're gonna only cause more problems and more confusion and more self-hatred. Because then it's gonna look like to Haitians, every time we do have a problem, who we gotta call? White people. White people. Every time we hungry, who come with food? White people. That creates more of a self-hatred in us. So, hopefully this video, sheds a light on what's going on, because it's just not guns dropping in Haiti for no reason. Oh yeah, they causing problems. It's your favorite white folk. All right, until next time, think black, stay black, love black, support black, and that's real African black power.